Hey everybody. I've been talking a lot this summer and this last year about pop culture magic. The idea of using icons from pop culture and incorporating them into our magical path. And I have came up with a lot of weird, different ways to perform magic. Well, I was working on some graphics for upgrading my animation. Um, and I had a weird idea pop into my head, and I don't know if it's possible. I believe it can be, but I'm wanting to sound off against everybody and give me your opinion. We talked about animating, or animated, I guess is the best term here, spiritually, magically, objects, and use them in our path. Can we do that to a man-made object? Something that does not have any natural state in our world, but nonetheless exists. Well, I'm talking like the vehicles, okay? Can we do something like that? So let's say you had some pictures of a vehicle, maybe like your first vehicle, and you wanted to be able to drive around in that in the astral plane. Could you do that? On that level, I believe we can. But can we create an egregore, kinda, I think, version of it for the mundane world? Alright, I guess I'm kind of going in circles here. Basically, I was creating an icon for the Wicked Air Force. And it popped into my head. Could I take a B-17 and turn that into an egregore? You see, in World War II, they put a lot of artwork on those bombers. They weren't plain. They would call them different names and all that, and it made each plane unique. The two most popular World War II bombers are the Memphis Belle, which is a B-17, and the Enola Gay, which is a B-29. Okay, and the history on those. The Memphis Belle is a B-17 that flew 25 missions over Germany. Okay, and that was the magic number. You fly 25 missions, you got to go home. And so, man, that was the goal. And the Enola Gay, for those of you who don't do a lot of history, is the bomber that dropped the first atomic bomb on the enemy during World War II. In this case, it's the bomber that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. So, they have a history. There is energy involved in these items. They made movies about the Memphis Belle. There's probably a couple of movies about the Enola Gay as well, both for and against. But is it possible that you can turn that into something in your magical path? Now, why am I thinking about this? Well, if you can turn a B-17 into a magical entity, and you can fly it, and you can use it as a magical bomber. I know this is far-fetched. Could you use that to destroy another witch's defenses? Because you can if you can create the bomb and send it out, could you send it over an area, a specific target, if you know the target, and imagine it dropping its bombs on the area? Now, of course, we're not going to be doing any structural damage. We're not wanting to do any structural damage, or at least I'm not. But let's say that somebody had a couple witch jars and all that in their yard. Couldn't you get your B7, your magical B-17, fly over the target, drop 20 bombs, magical bombs, and blow up the witch jars magically, taking away their ability to defend that witch? Is it possible? Because I was thinking about this while I was at classes today, and I figured, now if this could be done, I could take my magical B-17, launch it from where I live, because remember, magically it could be this big, but still drop energy bombs, magical energy bombs, over it, because size in magic matters, but it doesn't matter, okay, type thing. But anyway, so I have it launch off from my location. I have it fly south, and I know where my target is, and I could have it fly over my target, drop its magical bombs, destroy or attempt to destroy any magical defenses, and then return home. I could take Google Maps and use my screen capture, and I can make a map, a movie of the bomber's flight. I can even use green screen and superimpose my magical B-17 flying from Guthrie Center, Iowa to Odessa, Missouri, doing a loop for the bombing run, and then return home and land. So, do you think that's possible? Can somebody do that? So, I would really, really like to hear what you think about this concept. I believe that it's possible, but it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of energy, because especially if you're a solo person, you have to imagine the plane in your head. But I got pictures of the Memphis Belle, and I got pictures of the Enola Gay. I mean, they're there. And a lot of people have some energies, thoughts on those two planes. So could I not use their imagery, their visions of these planes, manifest them to create the magical B-17 or magical B-29, and fly it to my destination, to the target, and then visualize the bombs? Maybe they're glowing green with energy when they hit, and it's a greenish light that emits as they blow up and destroy any defenses. So yes, this is a very weird, I think it'd be on the envelope of what we're capable of doing magically. I'm not sure. So please put your comments down below, and everybody please take care, be at peace.